Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. Just put that in the right place. Evening, welcome back. So tonight we're live with the DMJ VroomRoom MDCC, or the Manufacturers Dual Class Championship. So they do have to run both the GR3 and the GR4 versions of that any particular manufacturer they've chosen, as long as they've got a GR3 and GR4. And yeah, they alternate week by week, whether it's GR3s, GR4s. We are back this week with the GR4s. We've got two races for you guys. A little 10-minute qualifier to kick us off, and then we've got the first race, which is a 30-minute endurance. And then after that, we go to a little 15-minute sprint race for the drivers to try and gain some more points. So we are live from Tokyo Expressway. There are a lot of walls here. In fact, it's pretty much all walls, concrete or steel all the way around, apart from maybe one or two shipping containers. Let's have a look at points so far, shall we? Let's just make that a little bit bigger. So Hattalad leading the way at the minute with 186 points. He's got a great big lead over BBR Sir Ian. He's got himself 140 points. BBR Chad in third with 118 points. Nipping at his heels though is Miggins in fourth with 114 points. Got two drivers with 110 points. We've got Truxby and Off Skis for fifth and sixth, or joint fifth. 96 points on board for Green Mamba in seventh. Britzberger in eighth. He's got 86 points. We've got Millerman in ninth with 78 points. Scotty in 10th with 66 points. D-Dot in 11th with 62 points, alongside WPR Speedy, actually, also on 62 points. Gmod has got 60 points on the board, and then we've got WPR Riley with 18 points on the board, and unfortunately WPR Vantage, no points on the board so far. So probably not going to see him for the rest of the season by the looks of it. So merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Hattalad in the chat and racing at the same time again. Yeah, hit me up at .smoker or Google Mail if you want any of those. And right, let's get into this lobby. Where have I put my pad? All the way down there. Yeah. Right. So 10-minute qualifier. They're already in a lap or so. Okay, so they're on their first hot lap now. Oh, you lot need sound, don't you? Bam, bam, there you go. You should now have sound. Let me know if it's okay, whether it sounds right, if it's too loud, if I'm too loud, whichever. Let me know. Right, driver's now crossing the line. It was Miggins on pole, but it's now Sir Ian. So again, all driving the GR4 versions of the cars tonight. Slightly slower, slightly less aero. One lap in. Oh, of course, yes. So it is only half a lap for lap one, because the pit is halfway around this circuit. Whereabouts is it? Whereabouts is it? Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Let's go and catch up with this man who's just crossed the line. G-March will go for a lap on board into turn one then. Sweeping left-hander. Got to keep it out of these barriers. Little drop down the hill. Kink to the left. Runs back up the hill. And then into the shipping container yard. A big sweeping hairpin. Just keeps on going. It keeps on going. Question mark, really. Number 9 or something. Keeps it out the wall on the exit as well. Does G Marge. Good to see. Big long sweeping right coming up. Again, you almost want to clip the wall on the inside and then almost clip the wall on the outside, but you've got to be so careful. Back on the power. Through this big, wide, fast section through here. Great big S's. If you get into a bit of a tussle through here with another driver, it can get a little bit dicey. Someone's probably going into the wall at some point through there. Same with this little section. And then down the little hill to the hairpin. This is where the pit entrance is, so it's not at the end of the lap or anything like that. It's right here. Through the hairpin. Oh, a little bit early on the power there for G Marge. He's had to back off a tiny little bit. Past the pit exit. Running up the hill. These tricky S's. And you can see absolutely no opportunity to get it wrong here. And back onto the start finish straight. Little kink left just to finish us off. And then comes up to the line. Let's see what sort of time G Marge puts in. Oh, good enough for second at 2:05.8. Decent time. Trucks B now sitting on pole though, a 2:05.6 in the Mercedes. G Marge we've just been on board with for second. Sir Ian in third in the Toyota. Hattelad fourth at the minute in the Jag. Aston. Begins in the Jag. Fifth position, 2:06.5 for him. BBR Chad. Sir Ian's brother, 2:07.0 at the minute, 6th place on the grid. Ofsky 7th, 2:07.3 in the Subaru. Scotty in the Ford. Swapped cars. No, I recognise the DeWalt livery. 8th place for you though. D-Dot in 9th. Great big noisy Corvette. Green Mamba 10th in the Mitsubishi. So Ian just chucking himself in the pits. Fresh set of tyres on for him. Trucks B has got a fresh set on as well. Got to finish this little half an out lap though. So again, they do have to use both the GR3s and the GR4s throughout the season. It's a weekly event, so they swap per week. They do have to use the medium tyres in this particular race for the first 30-minute. It is a mandatory. Nice. I will, brother. When we're done, hat up. Scotty going quicker then. Getting himself into second with a 2:05.5, but Chad's come through in the second of the Toyotas. 2:05.220 for him. Scotty squidges into second position in that Ford Mustang. Someone in front with a penalty. On board with Scotty then, just chasing down D-Dot. What have we got? minute left of qualifying. Going deep, not going in the pits either. That's it's not a great corner from D-Dot just then. It's Green Mamba in front with that penalty. Trucks beat third, G Marge in fourth. Running out of time now then. Who's going to be the first one to cross the line? Oh, it's going to be Miggins into the wall on the exit of that corner. He's going to see another lap. Those are going to be a big pile of drivers that get to cross the line before it ticks over. Trucks B gets back into second position. He put in a 2:05.3, so it closes the gap down on Chad. And he's got this last lap to do it. Fresh set of racing supers on. Scotty in third. So that's it. They will get the opportunity to finish these laps. They should. G Marge just coming around to finish the lap. What sort of time's he going to put in? Can he get back up the field? Gets himself back into third, but we have got a big gaggle of drivers still left to cross the line. Chad's still out. Trucks still out. Scotty still out, as is D-Dot, as is Miggins. So is Offskis, so is Green Mamba. Hatter lad's crossed the line, he's got himself in pole. 2:04.3 for Hatter. So Ian also going quicker there as well. 2:04.7. G Marge with a 2:05.1. Chad being pushed down to fourth now. Again, we've just got to wait for these drivers to cross the line and we'll see what happens. Is that for Miggins? Out of the wall on this lap. Is it going to be better than 8th for Miggins when he crosses the line? It is 5th. Back to Trucks, he stays 6th. Offskis just crossing the line, stays 10th. And there is everybody else. Let's see what the order looks like now. There are still a couple of drivers left to go. That's it. So it is Hatter on pole, Ian second, G Marge third, Chad fourth, Miggins fifth. Then it kicks me out. So here we go into race one. Half an hour here at Tokyo. Flash of the lights there from Hatter. Saying a quick hello. How do they get on? They should get themselves through turn one reasonably well. Let's hope they get themselves through the shipping container area just as well. They all get away. Oh, it's not a great start from G Marge. Miggins plows into the back. Oh, it's chaos at the back. It's chaos at the back. We may even see a restart from that. I'm not sure. G Marge seems to be rolling for some reason. Doesn't seem to have any inputs there. No steering, no accelerator. Yeah, there we go. Being called for a restart. G Marge may have lost connection to his wheel or something, maybe. I'll try that again then. Still here, G Marge, so it doesn't seem to be a connection issue with the internet. Well, not yet, it's not. But yeah, there didn't seem to be any inputs in his wheel. Where is he? He's not on track yet. He's probably kicking his PlayStation down the stairs. Oh. One minute. OPEW. Does that mean he's just opening the window to yeet his console? Or whatever the Greek is for yeeting. Hopefully G-Marge gets everything sorted out and he can get himself back on track. Third FFS. We all know what that means. Not a happy bunny, the Greek god. Yeah, no, zero input from him off the line. Just unfortunately, like I say, Miggins ploughed into the back. Nowhere for him to go. Not what you're expecting. Went off twice again. Is that the wheel? Oof. Let's try this one again then. It's working now. Let's get everyone on this track and get this first race underway then. I think that's everybody. Just wait for D-Doc to set the livery up. Where's G-Marge still doing? Yes, he is. Oh, he's only got a little bit of throttle though. I'm not sure if he's doing that on purpose. Maybe, yeah. Now full throttle, good. Anyone seen a break from him yet? There we go, tiny bit of break. Just decided which of his 4 exhausts he's going to use most tonight. G-Marge now decided to test full drift capabilities of the Lexus. Somebody else giving it a go, but sounded like they got it a little bit wrong. Might have been Hatter, yeah. He spun his rear into the wall. Menacing Toyotas of Sir Ian and Chad. Unfortunately unable to make it last week. They had a timed power cut which just happened to coincide with the race. So 2 South Africans driving Japanese Toyotas with German colours. I need an explanation. BBR, Chad and Sir Ian. Why the multi-colours of Benetton almost? Here we go then. Let's hope everyone gets away this time. We see them line up for a second time then. hopefully G Marge has got his stuff working. So revs up, then wait for these lights to drop. Oh, it's a false start by Miggins. Ah, Green Mamba did not see that at all. That is going to be front end damage for Green Mamba. It's going to be rear end damage for Miggins as well. Unfortunately, a little false start from Miggins caused that little incident off the line. But it is Hatter leading. G Marge has managed to get himself up a position into second place. So Ian third, Trucks B also moved up into fourth, Chad fifth, D.6, Scotty seventh, off skis in eighth, Miggins ninth, and Green Mamba 10th. Hatter being harassed by G Marge. Hatter on the medium tyre, G Marge also on the medium as they go through that shipping container complex. So Ian on the hunt, Trucks B all over the back of him though. Trucks B now going for a little move up the inside, it's not quite worked out. Whereas the other Toyota D-Dot's managed to move up a position, he's got himself into fifth, past BBR Chad. On board with Trucks as he hunts down third position, so Ian. Just in front we can see the battle between G Marge and Hatter for the top spot. Down towards the hairpin and pit entrance. Oh, three drivers all looking for the same position there. Not sure. Oh, D-Dot and Sir Chad have had a contact as well. So Ian's lost the rear end as he's come out of that corner. G Marge fights back. Fortunately, he's lost a position down to third. He's got himself back past Sir Ian, and it is now Trucks B on the hunt for Hatter, who's lost his lead. There they go through the S's, filing through there. Hatter, Trucks B, G Marge, Sir Ian, D-Dot, Scotty, also moving up the field. Off skis as well, so Chad not having a great start to this race. A little bit of front end damage as well to contend with. Miggins 1.5 off that pace. Green Mamba, I think Green Mamba's been in the pits. Yeah, Green Mamba's been in the pits and got that damage repaired, but that's put him 31 seconds down from Miggins. 35 seconds down from this man, Hatter. Just behind, we can see Sir Ian trying to have a go out to Trucks B. Gets past as well, up into second. Trucks B in third, G Marge fourth. Managed to pull a big gap then, these top four. They're battling behind as well, off skis and D-Dot side by side into the shipping containers. We've got Scotty and Chad side by side as well in the way through there. Off skis has gone deep, that's cost him. He's lost out in that fight. Oh, he's under pressure from Scotty and Chad. Miggins has caught up the back of this fight as well now. What can Green Mamba do? Now he's fully repaired. Hatter's lost a couple of positions, down to third. Trucks B and Sir Ian has got past. Maybe get a little squirrely into the shipping container area, but it is Toyota out front now. Mercedes second, Aston in third. They run down towards this hairpin, they're really close again. Trucks B trying to run around the outside. So Ian holds on to it. How does that affect Hatter? He has to hold on to third. G Marge a little bit off this fight now, 1.2 seconds. They're losing another 10th there. D-Dot still under pressure from Scotty, but again they've pulled a little bit of time from that fight behind. Chad and Miggins and off skis battling for 7th, 8th and 9th. Miggins got it himself up past off skis as well. Green Mamba is slowly closing up, 29.5 seconds down now. Here's Trucks B back to the front of this race. Lead of this race swapping all over the place. Is Hatter still on pad? still losing time, 1.7 seconds down. And it's on here between Ian and Trucks B again into this shipping containers complex. Holds it tight, does Trucks B, doesn't leave the door wide open for Ian to go through. Keeps power on the way out as well. No opportunity for Sir Ian to make a move down this little straight. And these two now dropping Hatter a little bit. Gap to a second, so he's out of the slipstream range. Still pulling time over G Marge though. And it's kicking off here at the back. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Sorry, 9th. Oh, I'm going to go to off skis. Let me go to off skis. And 9th. All pretty close, still battling it out. 6 minutes into this race. A little bit of wall scraping there for Chad. Miggins has got himself through to 5th. So after the false start, Miggins, he is on the soft tyre. Oh, I think Chad's just come in the pits. Has Chad coming in, getting the, is he getting the mediums off and the damage repaired? We'll see. Green Mamba, where's he going to end up? He just comes into this hairpin now. Chad's in the pit box. He is released. Right out in front of Green Mamba. Can Green Mamba squeeze past? Yes, he can. Puts Chad at the back. It's the first driver to stop, really. I think that's the minimum you've got to use the tyres for, 3 laps. Trucks B and Sir Ian side by side again on the run up to this shipping container complex. Sir Ian does look to be carrying a little bit more speed this time, but Trucks B still got his nose up the inside. Again tight. Sir Ian around the outside though. Is it going to work? Come through here, still side by side. Trucks B still just holds out. So Ian tries every time on that particular section. It's not worked out yet. Hatterlad still a second back. G Marge now 3.7 down. Miggins 3.6 back from G Marge. Pulled time over that fight behind as well. So got himself out of danger on those soft tyres. Scotty on the mediums under pressure from off skis. D-Dot back down to 8th position. Chad got himself back past Green Mamba, but under all sorts of pressure. A little bit of a penalty to lose as well for Green Mamba. Trucks B and Sir Ian. Let's stick with these two then. Let's see where Sir Ian's making up the time. Just getting a good tow down the start finish straight and then up the straight towards the shipping container complex. Does close up a little bit through these S's. It's a slightly smaller, probably slightly lighter car, the Toyota. Onto this start finish straight, just half a second between these two. It's extending, so almost it is 0.9 of a second. Oh, into the wall through there. That's where Trucks B's losing the time. Here comes Sir Ian now. He's carrying all sorts of speed. He's going to easily get past Trucks B now. Oh, I see. You've got the Vettel logo on the side. That's why you've got the German jobby on it, is it? So Sir Ian does retake that top spot. It's up to Trucks B to try and get it back. Hatterlad is still not out of this fight yet, just 1.4 seconds back. Marge is still holding that 4th, still pulling time from the drivers behind as well. Miggins lost a couple of tenths to Scotty. Skis and D-Dot pretty close behind as well. Chad closing back up, 21.3 seconds behind those guys. And Green Mamba now almost 4 seconds back from Chad. Here we go then. I'm going to see Trucks B have a go back at Sir Ian. No, Sir Ian. Trucks B got a little bit of a penalty to lose as well through there. That has brought Hatter back into this fight. Now only a second back again. B just got to think about dropping that penalty. Nowhere to do it just yet. Possibly into this turn. Oof, into the wall he goes. Both drivers took a little bit out of that one. I don't think you're allowed to overtake on a penalty anyway, so he's got to think about dropping that before he even considers making a move on Sir Ian, who's now 0.7 of a second up the road. A little incident into the wall for Trucks B might cost him second position here. Hattelad only 0.7 of a second back now, back into the slipstream. Trucks B allowing Sir Ian to escape 1.2 seconds up the road. Both drivers behind out of the slipstream. Still not lost a penalty yet, Trucks B. Still got Hatter nipping at his heels. Oh, Hatter picks up a penalty though. Just cutting a corner a little bit too tight through that complex. Both drivers picking up a penalty. G Marge keeping it clean through there. 5.8 seconds down, but holding fourth. Still got 4.6 seconds over Scotty. D.6 off skis now with a penalty as well. 0.5 seconds. I think everyone's just taken a little bit of too much of a chunk out of that first or second corner in the shipping container section. Chad back into 8th position then. Miggins stopped, now out on a set of mediums. And Green Mamba on a set of mediums as well now. Trucks B almost lost his penalty. Hatter has lost his. Keeps himself within touching distance of Trucks B. Ian stretching his lead 1.7 seconds now. Managed to get past Trucks B in the end. And now disappearing up the road. Bit of work to do for Hatter or Trucks B if they're going to try and catch it back up. Lost a bit of time here, so drops to 6.5, 6.6 behind Hatter, and now only 2.8 behind Scotty. Sorry, 2.8 in front of Scotty. Closing up D-Dot, now 7.8 seconds behind, off skis as well, falling off the back of D-Dot. Gaps are starting to appear then. Chad another 11.5 seconds down. Miggins back out on track, 16 seconds down. Green Mamba 24 seconds down. Still extending out front, 2.1 seconds now for Sir Ian. I think Trucks B's getting quite fond of that penalty. He doesn't want to lose it. Almost. Himself under a little bit more pressure from Hatter though. Still 0.7, 0.8 of a second between these two. Just keeps it out of the wall. Still at 0.7 of a second. It's coming down slowly. Don't think it's going to be enough before turn 1, but brings Hatterlad right into the slipstream of Trucks B as they head into the shipping container area. Just got to get cleanly through here, keep the power on. Quarter of a second. And it's getting closer. Working together then, trying to close the gap back up on Sir Ian in front. There is now 2.9 seconds ahead of these two. Oh, deep into there a little bit. Tries to stay out of the way. I think he's dropped his penalty now though, Trucks B. But it's not quite. It's not helped them at all. In fact, they are now 3.3 seconds behind the race leader. There is the gap. Oh, Trucks B into the wall. That's going to give Hatter a look down the outside. And he does get himself past. Now Hatterlad on the chase for that first place. Let's see how they get on now. New driver leading the hunt. Trucks B can just stick in the slipstream. Stay with the orange Aston in front. Scotty into 4th then. Off-skis 5th. Bit of front end damage. Oh, Chad into the wall. 6th position at the minute. G Marge 7th. Super soft on board for him. See how long they last. Miggins 8th. Trucks B in the pits this lap. D. 9th. Green Mamba 10th. So now 3.9 seconds up the road, Sir Ian. Hatterlad looking to close that gap down. What are the tyres looking like? Softs on for Sir Ian. Mediums on for Hatter. And that gap is still getting bigger. 13 minutes remaining of this race. Are they both running to fuel? Or are we going to see someone make a move on this lap? Scotty through to 3rd position, not stopped yet. Oh, Chad into the wall again, 4th position. Trucks B back out the pits. Another set of mediums on. And G Marge on those supers. Let's see if he can make those work. Miggins 7th set of mediums. D-Dot and off-skis. Back on each other. Softs for D-Dots, super softs for off-skis. Can he make them work before they wear themselves out? Needs to make his way past D-Dots. Remember, just 10.8 seconds down now. Gap still stretching up front, 4.8 seconds between Sir Ian and this man, Hatter. Yet to stop for both drivers. Let's see, they are coming down to the pit entrance now. Not for Sir Ian, he's going to do another lap. What's Hatter going to do? Oh, he's gone deep into the hairpin and into the wall. Oh, he's got damage, he's got to come in the pits now. That puts him 8.4 seconds back by the time he actually gets in the pits. Oh, that could be it. Ruin for Hatter. Scotty also in the pits this lap. So Ian still out then. Great big gap between himself and whoever's next. Is it going to be Chad? No, because Chad comes in the pits as well. There's Trucks B coming through now. Where's he going to end up? Sits out in front of Hatter. Hatter not having a good in-lap. G Marge comes through as well. Hatter comes out in 4th position. Super softs on board for him. 10.5 minutes to make those work. Miggins behind him on the mediums. Scotty comes out with a set of softs on. D-Dot and off-skis still bumper to bumper. Chad just comes out the pits with a set of softs on in 9th. Not too far behind off-skis and D-Dot, only 2.5 seconds. And green Mamba. Let's just see what that time's saying. Down to 8 seconds, 7 and falling. 7.5 seconds down now, green Mamba. So Sir Ian has not stopped yet. I would have thought he's going to this lap. He's got no fuel on board. He's 42 seconds up front though. Truxby a long way off. So he'd already got 8 seconds over Hatter by the time Hatter managed to get himself in the pits. Yes, that is an oops. A little bit of an oops. So Sir Ian in now. Truxby. He's got the big long straight. He's never going to make it down there before Sir Ian comes out. He will have to come out on a set of mediums though. Sir Ian, he's not had those on. It is a mandatory requirement. Taking on board fuel, tyres already changed. Truxby heading down towards the hairpin, but Sir Ian already released. He has got the medium tyre on now. Truxby on that medium tyre as well. He's got these two maniacs firing up behind him, Hatterlad and G Marge. Both drivers on the super softs. Truxby is going to be hard pushed to keep these boys behind him. Truxby now 10 seconds behind Sir Ian. Again, Sir Ian on that fresh set of mediums as well. Only put in just under half a tank. Keep an eye on that time. This is where we need to be watching really. We've got Hatter, G Marge and Truxby all getting a bit close. Down to 2 seconds. I don't know why you didn't put a set of softs on Truxby. 8 minutes to go. That gap between Truxby and Hatter still coming down. Let's get ourselves on with a little bit of... Come on. That one. Let's get that one. Truxby goes a little bit deep. Hatter able to go tighter through there. Still got G Marge right behind him as well. Both drivers closing up on this second position. Down to 1.1. Coming onto this fast straight as well. They'll get through this turn a bit quicker. Just within slipstream range. G Marge is still right there with these two. Closing up again, down to half a second between Truxby and Hatter. Coming into this hairpin section, where is G Marge? Not able to use the slipstream. It is Hatter that slots through into second. He just got to get his braking right. Goes deep again. Truxby unable to get through. G Marge not able to take advantage either. It's a lucky escape there by Hatter. Now 11.7 seconds down from Sir Ian. Super soft tyres versus medium tyres for Sir Ian. 6 minutes remaining. Let's see if we can watch that gap come down. I don't think it'll come down as quick as Hatter would like. Pulls gaps from Truxby. G Marge now all over the back of Truxby as well as they head up this little straight on the start finish. G Marge now goes for a move on Truxby. Side by side into turn one. G Marge just gets his way through. Yeah, I didn't think Truxby was going to be able to fend those drivers off on that faster tyre. Miggins now not too far back. Scotty all the way over his rear spoiler as they head down towards this shipping container area. that's the corner they keep picking the penalty on, or this one. It is tricky. 4 wheels over the white line, and that's it. So, will Scotty be able to yeet it round here? No. Miggins able to take that corner a little bit quicker. I think he's on the super soft tyres. Oh no, he's not. Apologies, he's on the mediums. Scotty then just getting that one a little bit wrong. Miggins gets a bit of breathing room through these S's on the run down to this hairpin. I was expecting Scotty to go for a bit of a move through there, but he ended up a little bit too far back. Let's go and see what's happening up front. Ooh, that gap's still at 11.5 seconds. Hatter not able to bring it down. 4.5 minutes remaining. G Marge and Trucks B still battling it out for third. Miggins holding that 4th position for now. Scotty 5th, closing up again. Should be able to go through these S's a little bit quicker. And does so. Gets the gap down to 0.3 of a second as they hit this start-finish straight. Closes up on the Jag in front. Is he able to make a move? He's looking around the outside. Just backs off, allows Miggins to go through. Can he get the run on the exit? Closes up on the Jag in front, sweeps over to the right hand side. That's the inside line into this shipping container area. Does get himself through into 5th position then Scotty. Miggins will have to hold on to 6th for the time being. So it is Ian leading. That gap has come down a second to 10.3. Only 3 minutes left on the clock. Hatter then 2nd, G Marge 3rd. Trucks B fallen off. G Marge now for 4th. Scotty into that 5th position. Miggins 6th, D-Dot 7th. Or is he? No, he's not. Offskis is 7th, and Sir Chad might even take 8th off him. Not Sir Chad, Chad. Chad going for 7th off of Offskis as well. And gets it. That softer tyre working, so into 7th then. Still battle going on behind Offskis and D-Dot. Oh, still on the run down to this hairpin. Board with Offskis then as they come down to this one. Oh, D-Dot's run a little bit wide. Gets a decent enough exit though. So it is still Chad, D-Dot and Offskis. Green Mamba 14 seconds back then in 10th position. So Ian losing more time, gap down to 9.2 seconds. And a minute and a half left on the clock, so that is looking good for Sir Ian to take the win here in race 1. Drax Fury, G Marge, the Greek god, yeah, he didn't have a great start in, we had to have a restart, unfortunately. Because when we set off from the line, first of all, G Marge had no steering or inputs of any kind, so it caused chaos. But he has managed to redeem himself, get himself up into 3rd position here. Still only 2.7 off the back of Hatter. Oof, into the wall. Hatter got a penalty to lose as well. A minute left on the clock. Towards the hairpin then, possibly for the final time. I don't think so. Ian's going to make it to the line before the time runs out. Out of the hairpin then, back on the power. I better hope to God he doesn't get another lap, because I don't know if he's got enough fuel on. 15 seconds. He's got the S's to go. No. He's not going to see another lap. The gap's still at 9.2 seconds. Just this final corner to go then for Sir Ian. Through there cleanly enough. It wouldn't matter anyway. I'm sure he'll be able to limp to the line with a few seconds to go. A little wiggle as he comes up to the line then to take the win here in race 1. It's going to be Hatter that takes second, but G Marge did close up on him. Hatter takes second then, G Marge takes third, Trucks B fourth, Scotty did close up fifth, dragging Miggins as well, sixth, Chad coming home in seventh. Still kicking off between D-Dot and Off-Skis. I think D-Dot's just been into the wall. Off-Skis managing to get through then. Oh, it's going to be close, but it is Off-Skis. So Chad did take 7th. Off-Skis then with that little mistake from D-Dot. Gave Off-Skis 8th position. D-Dot 9th. And Green Mamba in 10th. Oh. Yeah, it's never a good idea to forget to brake, is it? So Ian then taking that win. So we have got the second race, which is a 15-minute sprint and reverse grid. It's going to be a bit of a punch-up here at Tokyo. What size shirt do you want anyway, Hatter? While you're in the chat, just so I can start ragging it out of the box when we're done. Oh, let me drink my cold coffee as well. Ew. That's doable. It's above room temperature. As long as it doesn't feel cold, I can handle it. Oh, Miggins. I don't have an XXL, you know. I don't even know if I've got any XLs left. There's only larges, mediums and smalls. I think that's all I've got left. Pure dad bod. Oh. Well, buy one anyway and give it to your kids. If you've got kids. Or a smaller person, you know. There we go. Reverse grid based on previous results. There we go. Yes, so I forget, second race is a rolling start as well. I don't like rolling starts. Probably very well. I'll whip one out of a bag and take a photo of it. He's on 12-year-old clothes, to be honest. I'll whip one out of the bag and take a photo of it and put something in the photo that you can kind of gauge a size, like a PlayStation pad or something. Yeah, they don't come with the right sizes. It's just small, medium, and large. No sort of chest size or anything, unfortunately. Better get ourselves in here. All right, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll do that, Hatter. Don't worry. If not, he can grow into it. Damn straight. His mates will enjoy it because it says, "Tell your mates, tell your mum," on the arm, on the sleeve. Yeah, the rolling starts I'm not keen on. They for me, they spread the drivers out a little bit too much. Okay, it does make it slightly less chaotic at the start of a reverse grid race, because obviously it'll be the slower drivers at the front who may not have the experience or skill to deal with a big pile of drivers right behind them from a grid start. But yeah, for me, a lot of it depends which circuit you're at as well, because some of the rolling starts start you sort of 3 corners back when everyone else is on a nice straight, and you know, you're braking while everyone else is accelerating down the road. It's, yeah, not the best. Not the best for me. A rolling start with normal size grid positions might be better, but they don't do that. I hope you all checked out the Pro-Ams last night. This is the Pro League you're watching with me. It was the Pro-Ams last night with D. Racing over there on Facebook, or D.90 over there on Facebook. Did he almost lose his voice? Well, that'd be a shame, wouldn't it? Race 2 underway then. Here we go. So 15 minutes reverse grid rolling start. I forget, is it no tyre wear in race 2? I'm sure we'll soon find out. There you go. There's the gaps in between drivers already. So it is Mambert leading us away. Wow, it is a different Tokyo as well. I forget you swap circuits in the GR4s. So here goes the rolling start then. So they get let loose now then. There you go. So Ian's still coming around this last corner. Luckily it's quite an open corner, so he can get his foot down quite early on. So Green Mamba leads. D. chases him down then. Ofsky's third. Bit of a gap developed back to 4th already. So Chapman 4th, Biggins 5th, Scotty in 6th, Truxby 7th, G-Margin in 7th, battling out with Truxby side by side through there. Hatter looking for a way through as well, tries to squeeze up through and does so. Still almost into the wall there for Truxby. G-Marge chasing him down, and Sir Ian on the hunt at the back at the minute, just a second behind that battle. So D-Dot's got himself past Green Mamba, and now out front by a second and a bit. Green Mamba also being closed up by off-skis here. Is Miggins almost being pushed around by Scotty. Hatterlad through past his battles from race 1. Truxby and G-Marge now looking to close up on Scotty and Miggins in front. Truxby, G-Marge and Sir Ian now bumper to bumper. Chad's in the pits. Has Chad been in the wall? Picked up damage maybe? 15 seconds down now though, a lot of work to do. It's only a short 15-minute sprint. Hopefully everybody else keeps it out of the wall. Oof, D-Dot almost didn't. That's allowed Green Mamba to close back up on him. And off-skis. So on board with off-skis, looking at P1 and P2 in front. Oh, a little bit deep there for off-skis. D-Dot gets the run. ES is all wrong. Green Mamba having a look at him. Side by side as they run under the tunnel. Off-skis closing up on these two again. And it's now Green Mamba who squeezes through to the front. Can off-skis make this opportunity work for him as well? No. D-Dot holds the inside line through this last corner. A little bit of a love tap then from off-skis on D-Dot as they hunt down Green Mamba again. Begins through to 4th, Hatter 5th, Scotty in 6th, Ian 7th, G-Marge in 8th, Chad 9th, Truxby now in the pits. Truxby picking up damage somewhere as well, maybe. Mamba under threat here. Oof, into the wall. D-Dot's going to come through. He's had to take avoiding action. Green Mamba's done the right thing and kind of tried to stay out of the way. D-Dot though taking avoiding action. I think he's ran into the wall, and that's going to allow, almost allowed off-skis through. Green Mamba keeps himself right in touch with these two though. He has picked up a little bit of front end damage. Is he going to continue to race with that? Slowing him down a little bit on these faster sections. Hatter has got himself tucked onto the back. Oh, 3 drivers have got themselves tucked onto the back. Nowhere for Hatter to go through there. Does give Green Mamba a little bit of a nudge up the road. Closes up on the 2 drivers in front. D-Dot's up front and off-skis 2nd. We're on board with Green Mamba. Looking back at Hatter, Scotty and Miggins. Battle for 1st. It's a 6-way fight at the minute. Hatter goes through on the outside on Green Mamba. Through into 3rd. It's a brave move, but it was a good one. Now, Scotty closing up. Miggins closing up. Green Mamba making that car as wide as he possibly can. Oh, side by side, tiny little drag down the wall. Miggins unable to get through, but Scotty does. Back up front, D-Dot, Hatter and off-skis. We have to get ourselves on with D-Dot and look at this chasing pack. Corvette from Aston, from Subaru then. Oh, into the wall, nowhere for Hatter to go. Oh, it's chaos. D-Dot's had to throw himself in the pits. He's picked up all sorts of damage. Hatter probably has got damage from that as well. Yes, he has front end. He's now leading this race, but he has got Green Mamba behind him. Everybody closed back up again then through that incident. Both these top 2 drivers carrying a little bit of damage. The drivers behind might be able to take advantage of that. Hatterlad doesn't seem to be affecting him too much, just a little bit of aero damage on the front. 0.7 of a second gap between himself and between himself and Green Mamba. Scotty looking for a way past Green Mamba as well. And Scotty does get through. Offskis and Miggins into the wall again there for Green Mamba. Green Mamba, Miggins, Sir Ian and Offskis. I think G Marge just tucked on the back end of that fight as well. It is Hatter leading, a second out front then from Scotty. 8.5 minutes remaining. Holding on to third, but Miggins fourth, so Ian fifth, Offski sixth, G Marge seventh. D-Dot then, after picking up damage, 12.9 seconds down. Chad back out the pits, picked up damage early on, has picked up more damage in ninth. Trucks B looks like he's sitting this one out. Only actually getting 1.5 laps in, Trucks B. But Hatter then 1.4 seconds up the road. Scotty not able to close down on him. Pulling time from that battle behind though. It is now Sir Ian who's got through to the front of this fight. He now holds third position, but Miggins is looking for a way past, as is Offskis, as is Green Mamba, as is G Marge. Oof, Mamba into the wall again. There's not going to be much left of that Mitsubishi at the end of this race. Can G Marge get past? Not yet. D-Dot then 11.1 seconds down. Clear track in front of him, so if they keep battling, he might be able to close back up. Running out of time, just 7 minutes left on the race clock. Chad then another 7 seconds down. Trucks B definitely sitting this one out. Hatter then 1.2 seconds up the road. Still holding that little bit of damage is Hatter. Scotty in second. Great big gap between themselves and third place, 2.8 seconds. So Ian leading this three-way fight now. Miggins and Offski's looking for a way through. G Marge has got himself past Green Mamba. Now on the hunt for those three drivers in front. Green Mamba in seventh. Again, unfortunately picking up damage quite early on. Green Mamba. He's done well to fend off these drivers so far. D-Dot taking paint off that Corvette. 10.7 seconds down from Green Mamba. Chad, oof, oh. Not going to be much left of that Toyota either. So Hatter extends his lead up front to 2.3 seconds. Scotty loses a bit of time to this battle behind. So Ian, Miggins and Offskis slowly closing up. Green Mamba is keeping himself right involved in this fight though. He's still right there with G Marge despite that little bit of damage. Chad comes back in the pits. More repair. Fresh set of tyres as well, not that he needs them. Nowhere in this second race. So that time yo-yo in between Hatter and Scotty is back down to 1.6 seconds. They're still having a punch up for third. Miggins now leading this five-way battle. Punisher being hounded by Offskis as they come around this final corner to start another lap. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Miggins in third, then Off-Skis fourth. Sir Ian fifth, G-Marge sixth, Green Mamba seventh. All in a train here. G-Marge having a look at Sir Ian in the background. Not managed to make that work. Just starting to spread out now a little bit. Miggins and Off-Skis then starting to pull a little bit of a gap from that battle behind. Again, Green Mamba doing a really good job of sticking with these boys despite that damage. G-Marge gets himself through to fifth position. So Ian now sixth. Oh, Green Mamba, keep it out of the walls, mate. Keep it out of the walls. D-Dot just 8.2 seconds back. Exploring. Oh, that's not good. That's not good either. That's more damage for D-Dots. Trying to cut those corners a little bit too tight. That's cost him. Now 8.8 seconds ahead of Chad. Oh, sorry, no, he's not. He's 28 seconds ahead of Chad. Chad's come in the pits twice. So back up front, Hatter. Lead comes down again. 1.1 seconds between himself and Scotty. Just under 3 minutes left on the race clock. Gets the gap down to a second. Miggins then third position. He's managed to drop Off-Skis by a second. G-Marge now in the slipstream range of Off-Skis as well, so he might be able to close up. So Ian out of the slipstream range, over a second back from G-Marge now. Green Mamba 2.8, so a couple of little extra drags down the wall. Slowed him down a fair chunk. D-Dot now 7.7 seconds down. Oof, still taking paint off that Corvette as well. Chad 26 seconds down. Truck to be in the pits early on. So Hatter still leads, 2 laps remaining, but that gap between himself and Scotty is down to 3/4 of a second. Yo-yoing again, back up to a second. We are going to see another lap after this one. Miggins 2.3 seconds down in third. Off-Skis now 2.5 seconds back. Also picked up damage. So Ian and G-Marge closing up on him. G-Marge losing that position again then to Sir Ian. Comes back at him though on the hunt for Off-Skis. Side by side still, just manages to get his way through before that right-hander. Both drivers again closing up on Off-Skis in front. Just 0.3 of a second between them. So Ian ready to make the move as well. Not able to get through yet then G-Marge. Back going up the inside into this final turn. Oh, it's run him a little bit wide. That means Sir Ian's going to be able to have a run on him as well now. Off-Skis providing the tow for one of these drivers. It's Off-Skis. Oh, Sir Ian and G-Marge side by side. A little bit of door banging through there. Neither driver able to get past Off-Skis. Absolutely neck and neck, these two. Some good driving there. G-Marge having a look again at Sir Ian. All this time, Off-Skis is just stretching his legs out front. Oh, into the wall. Here comes Sir Ian again, back up the inside. Let's go and have a look back up the front. Hatterlad then onto that final lap. Scotty, what's happened? It was less than a second. It's now 2.1. So Hatter just got across the line then, takes the win here in race 2. Scotty comes home for 2nd. Miggins takes 3rd. Off skis with damage takes 4th. So Ian takes 5th, G-Marge 6th. Green Mamba is going to come home for 7th. D-Dot is 8th. We have already seen Chad cross the line. Oh, sorry, we haven't seen Chad cross the line, but he has crossed the line. And Truxby still sat in the pits. Yeah, not sure what happened to Truxby. But it is Hatter taking the win here in race 2. There you go. Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out what happened to Scotty. No damage. Oh. No, there's no damage on his car, so he's not been into the wall, I don't think, unless it was a little scrape that just slowed him down. There they are. Slowly coming through that tunnel section after finishing race 2 here tonight then. No problem, Mr. Marge, no problem. Some good racing from you and Sir Ian tonight. I'm sure there were sweaty palms across the pair of you. And you, mate. The Greek god himself turning up in the chat. Also decent result coming in at 3rd. There's a real good fight for 3rd position all the way through that race. Miggins, off skis, Ian, G-Marge, Green Mamba, D-Dot involved in that. Yeah, good battle. Shame about Truxby. Interesting that why cars decide to go haywire when the lobby resets. But yes, more great racing. Not the first start of race 1 due to the issue that G-Marge had, which was no wheel or no inputs. So there were about 4 drivers ploughed into the back of him. So we had a little restart, slight grid start from, was it Miggins? Yeah, it was Miggins. Caused a tiny bit of damage between himself and, was it Green Mamba maybe? So they both picked up damage early on in race 1, but still, other than that, it was some great racing. Race 2, like I say, saw some awesome racing for that 3rd place. That was good. No problem, Hatter, no problem at all. I'll do that thing now. Yeah, other than that, that's about it from me. I am back on Monday night now at 8:30 for the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Again, some really good racing in that one. It's proper ding-dongy kind of stuff. Just the kind of thing we want on this channel. And then back Wednesday night for the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League as well. That is also at 8:30. And then back here, same time, same place, 7:45 for round 6 of DMJ VroomRoom MDCC, or Manufacturers Dual Class Championship. So next week we will be back with GR3s, faster, more aero, louder, all rear wheel drive as well, so you may see some spinning about. So that's next week, and yeah, other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.